Frank, some great news today for the club with Craig deciding to coach again in 2023. Tell us what your thoughts are on that.
Oh, personally, I'm over the moon, to be honest with you. Very exciting. As I said, personally, I enjoy working with Craig. So, if I took a selfish point of view, I think that's the main reason. But from a club point of view, it's enormous for lots of reasons. I think everyone knows how important he is to this football club. But next year, we're losing a fair bit of experience with the Bromwich boys and Felice Kafusi and Brandon Smith. So, leadership's going to be absolutely vital. With those players gone. So I just think it's just going to help us for not just next season, but help us beyond that.
Seems to be coaching as well as ever. Is that how you feel?
Absolutely is. Yeah, I think I've been with him for 15 seasons now, and I just think he is coaching as best he's ever had been before. I think he's really developed a wonderful coaching team around him. We've got 4 wonderful assistants. We've got a great performance team as well, and other staff that have so there's a real good unit there, and who are all going to be here next year as well. So whilst we are losing some experienced and established players in the players I've mentioned before, we've got enormous consistency and stability with our staff, and that leads from our head coach.
I imagine there are quite a few players who are hanging on this announcement. You imagine they'll be pretty happy?
Yeah, they will be, absolutely. I mean, they will love being coached by Craig, because Craig brings out the best in everyone, not just players, but he brings out the best in staff. So, but as players, he certainly, he's renowned for his developing players as well as having successful winning teams. So from an individual point of view, and they're probably, a couple of new players that we've signed for next year, they'd be over the moon as well, because whilst they were hoping Craig would be the coach next year, now they're guaranteed. So I'm sure they've got a real spring in their step.
So this will be season number 21 next year. Can you see him pushing on towards 25?
Absolutely, you can. This doesn't come as a surprise, I'll be honest with you. Whilst you never know until he actually says he's going, he's shown no signs whatsoever of finishing being a head coach at the end of this season, and even looking ahead. We're still 18 months away from the end of 23, but as I said, the way he's coaching, the way he's feeling, the way he's just going around the place, he could certainly coach beyond the end of 23. I think the only person who knows that is Craig himself, and he'll make that decision towards around this time next year, or maybe a little bit earlier. But the whole transition has gone really smoothly in terms of whether Craig will be head coach or not. Everyone's just gone on and done their job, which is a real Melbourne Storm way.
Final question: have you got anyone in mind to replace Craig, or is that something that you don't think about at the moment?
No, we don't, because we're always hoping that Craig would continue. We'd only really start looking if the day that Craig says I won't be head coach next year. So thankfully that won't be 2023, and we can hold our breath for at least another 12 months. And this time next year, hopefully we're saying the same thing. But look, when that day does come, and I'm sure one day it will come, would probably be someone that it's either in or has been in the Melbourne Storm system. I think that would be the obvious answer. Who that person may be, it's a fair pool to choose from who have worked with him before. So, and I'm sure that when that day does come, there'll be some quality candidates who will put their name on the table.